Hello and welcome to Greenfruit Gaming. So, I was, watching, Snapchat stories as, I usually do in the bathroom because what else am I going to do? I've already read everything on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So, I was looking at Snapchat. Anyway, I saw this thing. That was a very dramatic. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I just kind of turned. But, I saw it that. Well, I'll just show you, okay? So this is it coming from Game Pressure, and it's being speculated that the main character of GTA 6 will be a cop. Now this is very interesting to me. I find this incredibly interesting. But upon closer examination and looking at it a little further, I don't think this information is actually true, but I still want to talk about it because I do think it's really interesting to me. Uh, so this guy Dave Jackson, I'm assuming based on what he's saying that he's a voice actor. But so he said, I just found out from the producers that it's official. I will play the role of Police Chief Captain McClane in the new Grand Theft Auto series. I didn't have the heart to tell him that I didn't have time for it. Ha ha, yep, someday I will take a nap. I know it. I just know it. Ha ha. Seriously, it is a privilege to work with such a professional and fun group of folks. If you are a gamer, stay tuned. And a picture of the Grand Theft Auto title. No numbers on it, so it could be GTA Online, it could be GTA 6. He goes on to respond to a comment, and this actually looks like this is on Facebook or Instagram. It could be either. I don't know. I don't really comment much on Instagram, so I don't remember what the comments look like. But someone asked me, I asked you, do you know the title of you're working on? If it's GTA 6 or GTA Online? He says, I haven't been informed of that yet. They are producing a trailer for it, so I hope it's GTA 6. If not, perhaps they'll keep me in mind, blah, blah, blah. He does say they seem to really like my voice for some reason, so you never know. And that's the part that really kind of got me where I'm like, I don't know if this guy's legitimate. Like, I'm sure he probably is a voice actor. You know, people obviously follow him. But in my professional opinion, this guy seems really, really full of himself. Like, man, they really like my voice for some reason. Oh man, I don't know. Like, I don't know. You might be playing a cop. You know, GTA isn't very friendly to its police officers. But yeah. And then someone else pointed out that congrats, but isn't that information under NDA? It's like, no, it's actually not. And that was the other big, big red flag. He says, as long as I don't give out plot points, all is good, and it's such a huge game, I wouldn't know them anyway. That's funny, though, man, because I've signed so many NDAs in the last few years, and I'm part whatever the hell that says. And, you know, the rest of it's just ads. However, I don't know. I mean, I've signed quite a few NDAs. Like, I test a lot of games, just like, you know, whenever I get sent them. And I'm usually told I'm not even allowed to tell people that I'm playing them. Like, I played this one game for 2K that was unreleased. You know, it was unannounced even. It still hasn't been announced, actually. I'm afraid this game might not even come out now. I actually really enjoyed it. But when I was playing it, you know, obviously there's stuff all over the screen, you know, so if you are recording gameplay or you're streaming it, they'll know some kind of weird encryption, I don't know. But and you know, in the NDA, and it would show me the NDA every single time I would start the game, saying it pretty much, I'm paraphrasing here, don't tell anyone that you're playing this, don't show this to anyone, don't, like, you know, make this public information. And it, like, if you search the name of the game, and I'm not going to tell you the name of the game, but, like, if I searched the name of the game, I probably wouldn't get any information, because last time I did search for it, nothing popped up. Like, nothing. And that's kind of, like, crazy to think, like, just how heavy, like, under pressure this game was just to not, like, become, like, public knowledge. And GTA 6 is like one of those really, really big things that I don't think they would let anyone talk about anything about it. Even Rockstar hasn't really confirmed that they're making it yet. I mean, they've said that they're making a new GTA 6, or a new GTA, but they haven't actually said if it's GTA 6 or if it's going to be another kind of side story thing like Vice City or Liberty City Stories. And I mean, personally, I'd love to see Vice City Stories come back, but the thing that really intrigued me about this whole thing wasn't so much the the messages or everything that was going on there. It was the idea of being a cop in a GTA game. And we've played as cops before. We've played, the True Crime series and its successor, Sleeping Dogs. Sleeping Dogs, a very personal favorite of mine. I love the heck out of that game. It's so good. And of course, in the True Crime series, including Sleeping Dogs, since it's technically a part of it, the last True Crime game to come out was supposed to be called True Crime Hong Kong, which is what Sleeping Dogs ended up becoming. So I'm just going to say the True Crime series. In the True Crime series, you play as undercover cops, and you're detectives, and you have to go into the crime world and kind of become a part of it. And I'd say that's very different from, I mean, you can choose like a rogue path later on. You don't have to just be a cop in the game. Like you can do crime stuff. But, like, that's not really what the game was about. It was about being an undercover cop, and, as the story progresses, that's what you're going to be seeing yourself as, is this undercover cop. Whereas, with gameplay, you can do whatever you want. But, playing as a cop in GTA, I think this could be a very, very political move if it does happen, because, I mean, think about it. If you're playing a cop, you're probably going to be a bad cop. Like, not like, just your everyday, ticket writer. You're going to be a bad cop. You are going to be selling drugs on the side. You are going to be confiscating stuff and keeping it for yourself. You are going to be killing people who don't deserve to be killed. And I'm assuming that if you're playing a cop in a GTA game, it's going to be very, very politically charged. It's going to be very interesting. I assure you it'll be interesting if it happens, but it will be extremely politically charged. And I think that could actually be a good thing. Now, hear me out, okay? With the, recent, I don't want to call them issues, but the recent, stuff going on between, the police department and, citizens of the USA, particularly of a certain shade. Playing as a cop could be a major, thing. So, all right, let's let me lay it out for a second here. Imagine you're playing as this cop, all right? And your mission is you go into this apartment complex, let's say, and you're answering to a call for, I don't know, noise. Now, you walk up there, you're a bad cop. You pull your gun out, you knock on the door, you bang it down, and you see, let's say, a black family in there. And, there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of shouting, the, cutscene would probably be very fast-paced, action-oriented, and the gun goes off. Gun goes off, killing one or all of the people in there. Now, this could cut to a scene where you're in court, and you're being fired for being a cop, you're being arrested, you're going to jail for murder. And while you're in jail, some former cop buddies who've been in similar situations, they let you in on this secret circle within the police. When you get out of jail, you are still technically considered a police officer. Imagine that. Imagine the police that get out of jail and go back to being cops. It happens. You might not realize that it happens, but it happens. People get their jobs back all the time. And now you're in this, inner circle of, police crime. and that could be where the game starts. I think that would be actually really interesting to see, like play a game through a cop's perspective and act out, I suppose, some of like the recent atrocities in a very personal way. I suppose it could really, like, I don't know, I feel like they have a really good chance at sending a strong message by allowing you to play as a cop in the game. I think that there could be some very powerful imagery. I mean, GTA 5, made the news with its torture scene. People were afraid that was really going to change them. And, of course, it didn't. No one's getting tortured right now because of GTA 5. But I think it could be interesting. Because, the True Crime series, you're still kind of by the book. You're still kind of being a cop. Now, imagine a fully rogue officer. Imagine he never even goes to jail. Let's say he gets off. He gets out of it. He's still a cop. Never went to jail to begin with. Never had to get his job back. But, through the process of all of this, he meets the right people, or, the wrong people, who get him involved with, certain activities. And, yeah, I don't know. I think there's actually a lot of exploration that could be done in a game like GTA where you might play as a cop. I think that's actually something that should be up for discussion, that should be up for debate. I think that, I don't know, I mean, I don't think this Dave Jackson guy is going to be in a GTA game. If he is, cool, good on him. But I think just the general idea of it all, the conversation that this sparked around the possibility of playing as a police officer in GTA 6 could be very interesting. And that's really all I'm going to say on this. Let me know about your thoughts and opinions. Do you think that this would be a good idea? Would you play GTA 6 if you were going to be playing as a bad cop, rogue officer? Would you play that? Is that something you'd be interested in? And if not, please let me know your reasoning in the comment section below. And if you want to talk privately, you can follow me on Twitter. Send me a message. I'll probably respond. I never get messages on Twitter, so I probably will definitely respond. I'll be curious. I want to know what's going on. But yeah, you can find my Twitter in the description below, and you can also support the channel by buying me coffee if you want to do that. And I'm going to end the video here. Have a great day. Tell me your thoughts and opinions on all of this, because I genuinely think that this could be very interesting to kind of see what kind of story they would tell from a cop's perspective, especially in today's day and age. Maybe a few years ago, they could have made a game where, you just happen to be a cop in a bad situation, Breaking Bad style. But today, you can't do that. You have to make it, something about something. You can't just put it out there. You got to be like, all right, let's be cops. Let's be cops. And be cops. In the most disgusting, over-exaggerated way possible. Let's be cops. I think that could make for an interesting game. Definitely newsworthy. Definitely newsworthy if that happens. And I think a lot of people are going to complain if that happens. But I still think that it could be a very interesting project. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.